RESHMA.
Yes, sir.
What is this meaning? So this RESHMA. Any meaning is there?
Yes, sir. So it means kindness, elegant, beautiful,
Okay.
soft, all these things comes.
Okay. Say something about Tiruchirappalli.
Yes, sir. So Trichy is a historic city, and it is a place where there is modernity as well as heritage, where both actually comes together. So its history ranges back to the Sangam period, where Chola is where the Sikhs who actually moved from Trichy with their base at Goraya, which is a part of Trichy today. There is 3.8 billion years old Rockford is also there. Simultaneously, there is Iron building which is also there. So apart from this, there are also architectural marvels like Kalanai Dam, which is 2,000 years old, and there are also architectural marvels like Kalanai Dam is there, and apart from this, Asia's largest butterfly park is there. So these kind of architectural marvels are also part of the district.
Say something about this Kalanai Dam.
So it was built by Karikala Chola in the 2nd AD, and it has been used as a barrage for irrigation purposes.
Okay. Why it's called as marvel? What is so significant about this particular structure? And there are XYZ dams in Tamil Nadu and all over India.
So it is one of the world's oldest dam, which is here, and it has been very strong, though it has been built 2,000 years old.
Right? There has been a major drop. What is the reason for such drops? Tamil Nadu particularly.
So there are various reasons to it, sir. So first thing is the child labor, which is there in the state, especially in the regions of Sivakasi, where they are worked as child laborers. And the second thing is that once the student moves out of the primary education, the secondary education is something that is present in only certain regions and not everywhere across the state, which is also a problem, sir. And the third thing that I can think of is that most of the parents do not understand the importance of education as they make their children to work, which is also an issue in this case.
If that is the scenario, why they introduced them in LKG and first standard itself? If they do not understand the education policy, education, significance of education.
Sir, it is true, sir. They do understand that, but the poverty as well as the inequalities that is they face is also an issue.
Okay. Recently, the divorce among the people has increased a lot. Do you think that in future it will create a bigger problem for these marriage institutions?
Sir, yes, sir, it is true. Divorces are actually rising up in India specifically. Sir, but recent cases there is an increase. It is because most of them actually understand that the domestic violence cases or something like dowry prohibition. There is an increase in awareness among the women also, as well as there is an increase in individual aspirations. So this is basically leading to increase in divorces, sir. But as marriage is an institution, I do not see it will end up or something like that because it's still actually there in the society, which is still strong, and many believe that two-parent households are actually doing better than a single-parent household. So I don't think it will die down, sir. But there are changes as we are in a transition period, sir.
Okay. So since this answers made me to ask one more question, right? I feel that most of the Hindu gods are having 1, 2 or 3 wives. Understand? But Hindu scripture never says about marrying more than one. Do you think it look like a contradiction?
Sir, yes, sir, it also looks like contradictory, but there are also interpretation issues which are there in scripts. Sir. So something, since it was written here, there are certain imperfect interpretations which is also there, and there could be issues of sex ratio imbalances in the olden days, which could have led to multiple wife marriages.
And what I'm taking God.
Yes, sir. Sir, according to me, there could be misinterpretation of the text.
Okay.
That could be the reason, sir.
Okay. What's the father is doing?
Sir, he's having a retail textile shop, sir. Retail textile shop.
Okay. What is the gross profit possible in this textile industry?
Sir, I'm unaware about it, sir. I have to read.
Okay. Have you heard of textile upgradation scheme? Any textile upgradation scheme? Cups or something? Have you heard of this one?
Sir, I think I have to read more on it.
Okay. Some 20 years back, Tirupur and Coimbatore is very famous for this textile industry. Right? Now it is not up to the mark. The entire business is dropping. What is the major reason for this drop?
Sir, first, there are actually technical textiles that are coming up in recent years, and we have not advanced to that extent. And the second thing is, sir, there are also sustainability issues which is there. Increasing regulations are also there. Many of the MSMEs as well as small sectors are unable to cope up with it. And the third thing is, sir, we have a lot of unskilled laborers in the textile industry. And skilling them to the level that is required, like the polyester and all those things, are not up to the global competition, sir. And there are also rising powers from Southeast Asia, like Myanmar as well as Thailand. Sorry, sir, Myanmar is not, Thailand as well as Vietnam. They are also competing with us in the market, sir, which is also leading to the drop in textiles.
Okay. So, what is having showroom? What is it?
Retail shops.
Retail shop.
Yes, sir.
What sort of dresses they used to sell?
Sir, finished apparel also. Okay. And apart from this, there is also the textile, loose cloths also.
So, which one is more profitable?
Sir, it is apparel, sir, according to my understanding.
Ready-mades are still strong.
Ready-mades.
Okay. Ready-mades, which group is most common? A child or middle-aged or old age people?
Sir, more profits would come from children groups.
Why so?
Sir, it is because parents expect a lot of stylish elements in it, and automatically the cost actually rises, sir. And apart from this, since it is for the child, the market also uses that one, and the parents readily get them whatever they want, and they increase their cost.
So you want to say that one parents are ready to more profit? You are getting more profit?
No, but I mean to say, because since the child actually loves it and asks, no parent nowadays stops them from getting it.
Okay. What are the branches of Hobbies?
So, Covidum is one thing, sir.
Okay.
Branches, I guess, Cauvery and the Covidum is this. There are many tributaries, but branches are Covidum.
Okay. What's the difference between Tamil Nadu education and Telangana education? What difference you felt?
Sir, difference per se, I have seen the level of textbooks in both the states, sir. In Telangana, there are books in which there are content more than the books that is present in CSE, sir, which is not in the case in Tamil Nadu textbooks, sir. And the second thing is, sir, there in Telangana, the board education has not been rated very good, sir. Because there are entrance examination even to residential engineering colleges, which is not in the case of Tamil Nadu. And apart from this, the quality of education, I think in both the cases are very good in both the states.
Okay. Who is Anna? Aringan Anna?
Sir, he is the founder of the DMK party.
Okay. You were saying reading crime thriller novels. What is the reason now you read?
I read Group the House by Ma'am Agatha Christie.
Okay, what it says?
Sir, the novel is like a murder that happens in a small house, and the detective is I couldn't recollect the name, sir, but he is the person who is going to find out the murder that has taken place in the house. And the detective has a girlfriend who is part of this crooked house, that is the house in which the murder took place. And he unravels the mystery, sir. At the end of the novel, they found that it is the heroine's sister who have committed that. And it was like that.
So, the reading the novels is some sort of hobby. Hobbies for my pleasure or hobbies for my relaxation or something else.
Yes.
Ultimately, to create a positive vibration in me. Seeing such a crime thriller novels, do you think that will create a negative thing?
Sir, I believe the suspense, it makes me very much active, sir, when I read that. Because I will actually place myself in the detective role and I will just unravel what are the mysteries that are actually taking place, and I will use those clues and try to identify the murderer, sir. It makes it very interesting for me to read, sir.
Okay.
And it does not create a negative image, sir. There are also many positives that can be taken from this novel, sir. For instance, the detective actually doesn't have any bias towards any of the person. He suspects everybody and he also believes everything. Whatever he sees, he believes everything. And at the end of the day, he actually matches with the evidences as well as the data we collected and then finds the villain.
So you are playing as a detective, not a murderer victim, no?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. What is this reflective journaling?
So in reflective journaling, I actually reflect on my own thoughts and I would write on the notebook, sir. So I will write whatever I learned from the day and also the things that I am thankful and all those things I will write on it, sir.
Okay. How it differs from diary writing?
So in diary writing, we will just write down the events that took place in the day, sir. But in case of reflective journaling, we will reflect on our own thoughts, which will make us a better person every day.
Do you think that this should become a part of all civil servants in India, reflective journaling?
Ma'am, I believe it is also very good because it helps us to identify our own mistakes. So that will make a civil servant better every day. And I don't think it should be compulsory, ma'am, but it can be considered voluntary.
You were talking about something called as skilling the people, because the skilling in India is not as up to mark as the global standards are, right? Do you think people in India want to be skilled?
Yes, ma'am, they are to be skilled because the global market is actually changing every day, and we have to skill based on the changes that is taking place in the country.
So we have to skill, and they are to be skilled. But do they want to be skilled? Because India as a country is more towards official setup. Everybody wants to be highly educated and sit in the office. Nobody wants to work on the factory floors. So do you think India wants to be skilled?
Now, human nature is in a way that we tend to be in our comfort zone, but for the progress as well as growth to take place, it is imperative to be skilled. So the initiative or not, it has to be done.
Second, you also used a very interesting term called as technical textile.
Yes.
What is that?
Now, technical textile is the one in which, for example, in case of filters, textiles can be used. Nanometer textile cloths can be used in filters. And in case of some advanced technologies, these textile rules also comes into play. I could remember the filter example, and apart from this, sorry ma'am, I couldn't recollect, but such kind of technical applications are there in textiles.
Coming back to your DAS, so you have completed 8 Hindi exams conducted by Dakshina Bharat Hindi Prachar Sabha. You have also done Sanskrit in 12th. So do you think language can ever be a politically neutral subject in this country?
Unfortunately, the issue has been politicized, ma'am, but it has to be ideally without politicization, according to me, ma'am. Because people are willing to learn a lot of languages and they have to be provided with opportunities, ma'am.
You came third in national level robotics competition conducted by IIT Bombay. So what was the actual issue? What was the problem which was solved by your robot? It was a software issue? It was a hardware issue? What was it?
Ma'am, in this case, we have used a robot called Sahayak bot, in which it can be used in non-house applications or in case of medical places where a thing has to be taken from one place and it has to be replaced in other place. It is a pre-programmed one. We did not solve any issue per se, but we have designed the robot.
So you designed the software,
In
and
software.
you created the hardware. How was it? Just explain it to us.
Since it was took place in the COVID period, we did it in software simulation. Or else this is an Yantra competition which usually takes place in hardware components.
Okay. So, but yours was a special case.
Yes.
Next, you are talking about ball badminton. What is this ball badminton and how is it different from that shuttle badminton which we know of?
Ma'am, in case of badminton, we used to play with the cork that is there, and in case of ball badminton, we use an yellow color ball, which is of 25 to 30 grams.
Is it not similar to tennis then?
No, ma'am. So this is a team sport, ma'am. In case of badminton, ones or doubles is there. So in this case, 5 members in a team will be there, and 5 on the other side. So we used to play. In tennis, there is one pitch that is considered. In this case, there is no pitches are considered. It has to be taken on the air itself.
On air itself. Please explain that.
Ma'am, in case of tennis, there could be one pitch and then the person can actually bat.
So it shouldn't touch the ground.
Yes.
Okay. So why did shuttle badminton become more popular and nobody knows about ball badminton?
Ma'am, in case of shuttle badminton, it is played across India, whereas ball badminton is a sport that is predominantly played in South India. So, and the promotion that the badminton got did not actually attract ball badminton also.
I have a very this basic question that how do you handle defeat in competitive sports?
Ma'am, it is true, ma'am. It will be disheartening sometimes when we actually lose out after a lot of practice. But ma'am, we will try to use it as a constructive criticism and we will improve on that every time. And it actually made us to get a runner in zonal competition.
And last question, what are the major challenges that India faces today? Top 3 major challenges.
First thing is the quality of education that I could say. And the second thing is the unemployment issue, which has been there since long time. And the third thing is the health indicators. Altogether, I could say the human development indicators is something that India has to work on, and it will be remaining as a major challenge.
Okay. I have a quote for you, Reshma. Do it or don't do it, you will regret both. What do you feel from this?
Ma'am, according to my understanding of this quote, whatever may be the case, you have to do it. That is what I got it from this one. Though there could be regrets, we actually have a sense of satisfaction that I have done something which others could have waited or something like that. So I have done my own part and the result is not in my hands anymore. So I guess rather than not doing it and getting failed is okay for me.
Okay. How can we develop one's personality?
Now, personality is something which actually includes the way we communicate with each other and everything. So it can be developed by having some kind of group discussions as well as making the people feel confident by making them to have some public speeches and making them participate in events that is being conducted. So all these things can actually improve one's personality.
Can we change someone's attitude? Because you have been a member of personality development in your college days, right? So can we change someone's attitude?
Ma'am, attitude can be changed by wide exposure, wide amount of exposure it can be done. So I have seen some people who would be like, I know everything, but when they actually need to meet with some other person who actually know more than that and they feel like, okay, this should be my attitude, I have been overthinking or something like that. And I have also seen people who actually think themselves low. So when actually they interact with a lot of people and get exposure, they understood that it is my own belief and I have to change it. So in this way also personality can be developed.
Okay. Recently there was a phenomenon called zero post, especially in social media accounts. Okay. why there is this decline of posts in social media?
Ma'am, according to me, maybe people think it is waste of time by posting in social media. Maybe that could be the reason. Or else they would have been very much busy in their duties and something that they would like to do rather than sitting in social media. So I think both could be the reasons.
Do you mean that till now they were simply sitting, so they were active on social media, now they became something busy, so they are not posting anything on social media?
Ma'am, it is not like that, ma'am. Maybe they became more busy, which was not the case in the previous time.
Okay. Can you tell me what steps can be taken to make ball badminton to be widely promoted so that it enters into Olympic Games?
First of all, the federation that is there for ball badminton can actually promote these games in other states because it is predominantly concentrated in South India. So while promoting that in the other states, it can be played all over India. Then it can be integrated into Khelo India games and all those things. And apart from this, once it is done, then it can be promoted to some Southeast Asian neighbors as well as other South Asian countries so that it can get an international recognition, after which it can be integrated into Olympics slowly, like the Kabaddi that was done.
Okay. What do you mean by dark patterns?
I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm not aware of.
Okay.
Take a guess.
Dark patterns.
Dark patterns.
Sir, I don't want to disappoint you with my wrong guess.
It's okay. Try it.
Right.
It's right. Well, I don't know. Right.
Okay, let me give you a clue. It is with respect to the e-commerce websites.
Maybe it could be like recommendations that we get which is out of blue and there is no pattern that is there. It is my guess.
Oh, it's okay, no problem. See, there is a kind of a feeling with some states that they are being a donor state. That is, they contribute more to the country, but in return they get very little. Yes, especially if you take Maharashtra, they feel that they are contributing more to the center's economy. Instead, they get only 3% or something they don't. So, how can we solve this problem?
Ma'am, it is a concern that cooperative federalism is taking ahead. But ma'am, they have to be made understand that since ours is a federal country and it has to be split based on the formula that has been given by the Finance Commission. And we could not say that one state has contributed more and the other did not, because at the end of the day, there is market. Though it is produced in Maharashtra, the market is there in Bihar more because the population is there. And the raw materials for the production that they get is from maybe from the Jharkhand coal mines. They could get the raw materials from there, and it cannot be solely given to one state. No? It has to be distributed so that there is an inclusive growth that takes place.
Okay. Since you talked about inclusivity, do you think that these digitization and digital apps are promoting inclusion, or is it causing exclusion among the people?
Definitely it is an issue, ma'am. There is a lot of exclusion issues that is taking place. Even in MG Narega recently, it was said that 27 lakh people got excluded from it. So, according to me, ma'am, there has to be a human intervention in the digital inclusion also, so that it can be reduced. And there has to be a multi-stakeholder approach in it, where even the panchayats can also be included in it. They can have a discussion of the areas that they do not have, like the BharatNet connectivity, and all those things can be improved to that. And social audits can also be an excellent one in this case, because we can understand where the problem is and can rectify it.
Okay, my last question. What is the current status of cryptocurrency in India?
I am not aware of the exact data, but yes, ma'am, cryptocurrencies are actually increased in usage because recently Supreme Court has also said that cryptocurrencies can be allowed to use and it cannot be banned. And there is a usage that has been.
Is it legal or illegal to have a cryptocurrency?
In India, it is not considered as illegal because Supreme Court has intervened recently, and it is legal in India.
It is legal.
Yes, ma'am, legal.
Okay, that's it.
So I mentioned about this national level robotic competition. So what is the topic, the first and second? Your third place, no?
Sir, this in Sahara bot only we have conducted the competition, sir. So based on our accuracy as well as the robot actually moved, based on those criteria they have given us the
So first is 1 and 2 went for the accuracy more.
yes, sir. Maybe.
It's not about some topics.
Yes, sir. It is not.
Have you heard of this address 221 Baker Street?
No, sir. No, sir.
And any novel, any interesting crime thriller novels you read where the Colonel Mustard has been very famous, prominent figure.
Sir, it is Mr. Pollard. Pollard will have a Colonel Mustard.
Whose novel it is?
None other Christie's.
Okay. Where is this ball badminton now?
In Tanjore district of Kerala.
Any famous players you know?
So Mr. Pichaya, who has recently passed away, and Abhishek Seth, who has also been an Arjuna awardee.
Okay.
And in female, Mrs. Malini and Varshini Namjad.
Okay. Though we are Arjuna awardee for a particular event, why this event is not included in national games?
Sir, yes, sir, it is predominantly played in South India, sir, and hence it is not popular in North India as well as in the other parts of the country, and hence it is not included.
Okay. Have you seen the wrestling matches? Which is very famous in Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan.
Sir, I have not seen any matches.
No, I have seen. That was a very famous culture of the doing arm wrestling out there.
Yes.
It is not a predominant in South India. South India nobody will play it. But still it is in the Olympics national games. Do you think that region alone is the reason for including or excluding a particular event in national sports?
So in national sports, predominantly we have concentrated on those games that is present in Commonwealth as well as in Olympics rather than other games. There are also many games like cinema which has not been placed in the national level, though it is concentrated in particular region.
Do you think it is wrong taking the international standard keeping for a national sport?
Okay, sir, in this case, rather than speaking about right and wrong, we have to project our soft power there, sir. So we have to identify the talents which is there for that sport, sir. So I think government is concentrating on it, and it can also be done for the games like ball badminton also. And I think the federation will actually move on to increase it, sir.
This reflective journaling, have you heard anything in ancient texts, ancient practices, ancient texts or anywhere is reflective journaling?
Sir, I have heard from Stoic philosophy. It is based on Stoic philosophy and it is based on reflective journaling. But apart from this, I don't have any ideas.
Have you heard of gratitude journal?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
So, where people actually write whatever they are thankful for.
Where in Indian education, anywhere this gratitude journal is included in the Indian education curriculum?
Sir, to my understanding, it is not unless it.
Okay. Just wait for it.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you.